everybody, welcome to the 40th anniversary special of Smash Pack of Mario Brothers, and I am stressed and relieved because this hit me like a truck. So, and it really shouldn't have. I've been crashing out for a long time on this channel because I was afraid Nintendo wasn't going to do anything for the 40th anniversary, and my god, they did. It is not as big as the 35th anniversary, mind you, but it's still something. This is not going to be the video of me recapping everything that happened yet, because realistically, nothing has happened yet. Hell, actually, most of it comes out next year. But with that being said, I still feel like I need to recap it just so we can kind of have like a little bit of a thing, because I said I would. Why not? With that being said, let's start with the events, like we kind of did with the initial video. The first event that is kind of the biggest event is the second Mario movie is coming out. It is Super Mario Galaxy, with the original voice cast coming back, and it's still being made by Illuminations, no surprise. The movie will come out in April 2026, which is cool. The thing that's weird about this one is the fact that it's not Mario 2, it's called Mario Galaxy. There was rumors before this where it was Mario World. That's probably because people were looking to the Yoshi egg at the end of the other movie. There's a lot of places that this could have gone. Galaxy was not the place I thought they were gonna go to. I thought they were building up to it, but hey, you know, Lumily was there. Princess Peach even says it's a whole bunch of galaxies right in the face. I think that that's really cool. I think that that's really big that we're getting a movie to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Mario. It's really cool to have that, and it's really big to have that. Ironically enough, also, that seems to be the theme of this anniversary, but we'll get into that more when it comes to the other things. Another event that is happening is that the Nintendo Museum in Kyoto, from now until September 2026, will have a 40th anniversary ticket alongside an expanded gallery of Mario concept art, pixel art, and so on and so forth, which I think is phenomenal. Another thing that's also going to be happening at this same place is a 40th anniversary light show that will be happening in December. The thing is with this light show is you still do need to get a ticket, which requires a reservation. So if you have the capability of going for that one in December, go for it. Another thing that's happening in Japan is that Nintendo is sponsoring the Kyoto 2026 Marathon in February, where Mario will also appear somehow, some way, and it also is Mario themed. I think that that is really cool, and hopefully one of the racers' bibs will also go to the Nintendo Museum, because that'll be really cool to have it in the future. It's actually really interesting because this is not the first time that Nintendo has dealt with sporting events. Actually, Mario was at one of the Olympics, but that's not important. I think that that is cool that this is happening again. This reminds me of the mural that happened in London one year and the silk screening in the other. I think that it's really cool that we're continuing to put Mario in real life in these kind of settings. I think that that's really cool. With that being said though, that's pretty much all that realistically has happened as the events so far. Due to the fact that a lot of stuff is happening next year, we might be able to see more brand deals and more stuff as it comes, but this is pretty much where the events lie right now. With that being said, let's talk about games and merchandise. Games and merchandise kind of is tied together this year. All kind of held together, mostly where most of the merch that was announced is coming from Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy is getting re-released alongside Mario Galaxy 2, which is coming out October 2nd. This is really cool for two reasons. One, because we haven't had Mario Galaxy before on the Switch 2. We do have Galaxy, but that's for a game that was locked last year, Nintendo. So it's really cool to see this. I kind of predicted this a little bit in my last video, or jokingly mentioned that they were going to do something with Mario Galaxy. I didn't think it was going to be this way. I just thought they were going to re-release Mario 3D All-Stars, but there might have been a reason why they didn't. Who cares? What's really important with this one is it's not only the fact that this game is coming out, they're coming out separately. It is not a game that is tied to each other 100%. Both games are $39, which is $40 realistically, and you'll get the game altogether for $70, both of them. I think that this is cool. I think this is cool that they finally kind of fixed the fact that you don't have Mario Galaxy 2. Another thing that's coming to these games is the fact that Amiibo are also coming to the games, with Rosalina and Mario being characters that are chosen to be the Amiibo representatives, and god are they beautiful. I do not know the price of them, but I believe that they're going to be another probably $30 one following Donkey Kong, or it could be more. It could be like the Street Fighter hitting 40. Who knows? We're actually, for some reason, coming back to Amiibo, and I think that it's kind of better off now. I don't hope that they are those prices, but hey, whatever, you're gonna be paying a lot for both of them anyways. Who cares? I think it's cool that this is a thing, and I hope that you could get your hands on them. There is a release time for these, which is April 2nd, 2026. Good luck. With that being said, the last merchandise tied to Mario Galaxy is one that I've been asking for a long time, and that is Rosalina's book. Rosalina's storybook is being released November 25th of this year. It is going to go for $25. Good luck getting your hands on it. I believe it is a My Nintendo Store exclusive thing, kind of like the Alarmo, so try to get your hands on it while you can. I think that this is a really cool thing, and I think it's really nice to have. With that being said, the game itself does have more stories, they said, and the books will not, so be warned of that. In spring 2026, it's going to be a very busy year for Mario, because the Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder will also be coming out with new content around spring. There will also be a talking flower that is not really connected to the game, to my knowledge, but it is a talking flower, and it's coming out as well in spring. Another thing that's also coming out in spring is the new Mario Tennis game, and last but not least, there is also a Yoshi game coming out in spring, which is considered as part of the 40th anniversary, which I think is a little odd for me, because Yoshi is, yes, a Mario character, but I kind of feel like Yoshi lives without Mario, especially since, to my knowledge, Mario isn't in this game. He could be, it's possible, but it looks like it's a solo Yoshi title. Sure, whatever. I think it looks great, mind you. I think the title looks great. I'm excited, but for it to be the conclusion of the 40th Anniversary's Direct was kind of odd, because once again, it's not really Mario. This year feels a lot less packed as the 35th, and I think that that's fair. As much as I loved all the stuff that happened last year, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's better off this way. Honestly, I have no clue, but honestly, I have no clue how this year's gonna go, because in a technical standpoint, they can count a lot of things as the 40th anniversary, such as the Game Boy Lego that is coming out. They could slap a 40th on that, bada bing, bada boom. It could be considered. They did that with the Nendroids, so anything's possible. It's not as packed as the 35th, but I think that that's fine. I think that it's better to be controlled, and I think that in reality, these are a little bit more relevant than the merchandise that has been coming before, especially since it is all more cohesive than it ever has been before following Galaxy. So all in all, I think that this is a great way to go. A movie release, a marathon, a museum. What else could you ask for? Especially since now more than ever, there's more ways to celebrate with Mario in the real world, such as Universal Studios having 3 amusement parks, 2 in America, 1 in Japan, and also having the Nintendo Museum. There is going to be multiple ways to celebrate this anniversary, and I think that that's what makes this cool. Unlike any other, this is one where I feel like you're not going to miss out on festivities too much. I don't know what Nintendo's theme parks are going to do. They may have something. That'd be cool if they do, and so on and so forth, because after all, the amusement parks did have something for their first year being open, and they have gold power bands, so they might have, you know, a power band specific to the year. Who knows? We're at an interesting point right now of where not much has been announced, but it doesn't mean that stuff isn't going to be happening. Merchandise is not something that I think is 100% announced as much, so realistically, we'll have to make a follow-up and see if there is more. Probably. I feel like there's going to be special shirts. 40 is a big year, so I feel like there's going to be special things exclusive to Nintendo, and when we find out about it and we see it, we'll talk about it. With that being said, the anniversary that we do on our channel will not be done until next year around September. That is going to be our finale. In reality, my wife is super, but I get it. This video is actually delaying another video, so, you know. So with that being said, yeah, that's pretty much it so far, and I'm pretty excited. It's not what I expected, but then again, coming off of 35, what else could you expect? With that being said, we'll see you guys next time when we do something else for the 40th anniversary of Mario. We got a whole year and some change left to go. See you guys next time. Bye.